This is the Diamond Factory. Yes, this was created by our phenomenal Chief Sales Officer, Phyllis Nash. And the purpose of this, if this is your very first time, if you are a brand new distributor and you just got on this line, somebody told you to call this number early in the morning, especially for those on the West Coast. But the purpose is to inspire, to inform, to educate you, and maybe to even correct you, but to get us all in the same frame of thinking to get our day started. That's what it's all about because Diamond is our highest ranking here in the company. Now, today is the day that we get into the huddle with our coach, but I don't know if he's here because he's been in Dubai. I don't know if he's made it back, but I'm going to give it a few seconds and see if he is here, if he unmutes. Coach Dan, are you out there? Have you made it back yet? Let's see. Let's just give it a second or two and check it out. Not sure. He might have been on the plane getting back here. I know right there in that time frame. Wait one more second. He would have popped in by now if he was here. So I guess he's still on his way. Did I hear a noise? Okay, so I guess he's on his way back. But I'm gonna tell you guys something I thought about when I woke up this morning, and I really want to impress it upon every person. And even though you're muted, I need you to say, "I'm going to another level." Yeah, see, that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm going to another level, and it reminded me, and I've said this before. I've shared this before about a principle that my mentor taught me many years ago, and it was never let another man's level be your limit, and never let another man's limit be your level. Just because somebody else hasn't done it has nothing to do with what you're capable of doing. And every person on this call this morning, I need you all day long. I need you to profess it. I need you to decree it. I need you to say it, say it, say it. I'm going to another level. What does that really mean? It means to take something to another level or the next level. It means to do better than average. It means to do better. It means to be more advanced, more successful situation than before. Doesn't mean what you did before was not successful. You know, we've heard stories of athletes and they've done well, and then all of a sudden they change coaches. Why? To take their game to the next level. Some of you are cooks and you can have a good recipe, but what do? You can add a certain ingredient and it takes that dish to another level. See, it's all about improving something that is even already successful. See, going to another level doesn't necessarily mean what you were doing was bad, but you want more. And I believe that every person on this call this morning wants more. So I need you to speak it into the universe. I'm going to another level. I mean, I almost want to unmic everybody and tell you to say it, but no, don't do that because I want you to really get this. I want you to swallow it,
Can
digest
I
it.
say it to everybody? I'm going to another level.
Woo! There he is. Woo! Our coach is here, everybody. From Duke.
I,
Are
I,
you back
I
from
just
Duke?
want to know if I can say to everybody, I'm going to another level.
I know you are coming from Dubai. Yes, sir. Take it, coach.
And I want everybody on the line to know that you have the potential to go to another level. Here's the thing. The question becomes, do you believe you can? Because actions follow belief systems. Whatever it is that you really don't believe, you will not do, or you will not do it at a high and successful level. And so, part of the reason many of us don't go to another level is because we don't believe that we have the potential, the capacity, the competency in order to get there. And so, I'm going to tell you a couple of three stories. Greetings, my Wakanda family. Um, It's good to be back home. I'll be honest with you. I needed about 2 more days in Dubai, and I would have been ready to come back home. But I'm so grateful to be back home and to be online with you guys. I'm going to share a couple of moments with you that really speaks to what we're talking to in terms of the mindset of going to another level. Here is a couple of things. I was in Dubai, as many of you know. I wanted to go ahead to make certain that everything was ready for the crew that's going to be going to Dubai with Wakana. And so I wanted to go and set the atmosphere and get it ready for you. So while I'm in Dubai, I decided that I was not going to go on the excursion with some of the people that we had went with. So everybody went on the excursion, and I decided that particular day, even though I had paid for it, I was not going. I just need y'all to watch this. I slept until about 10:16 a.m. I asked God for forgiveness because Coach Dan, no matter where he's been in the world, has never slept past 10 a.m. Never. I have not slept past 10 a.m. since I was a kid. It's my rule. And so, you know, to me, once you sleep past 10 o'clock and you're not sick and you don't work nights, then you shouldn't breathe. You're a waste of oxygen. That's just the way I live my life. So I sinned and I slept past 10 a.m. to 10:16 a.m. Breakfast stopped serving at 10:30. So I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I washed my face. I decided I want to have breakfast by myself. I went down to have breakfast, and I got there at 10:28, and they cut it off at 10:30. I sat by myself, and I overheard someone talking. There was a voice that was sitting behind me. I never turned around. I never looked at him. I overheard him. And he was telling someone what he does. And what he told them is he does something similar to what I do, but just at a whole nother level. He said, watch this. He said that I help companies scale their business, and then I get 50% of the profit of overage that I help them. I'm like, that's interesting. He said, so if a company is doing 10 million and I help them do 15 million profit, then 2.5 million comes to me. If I can help them do it without spending any other money. That piqued my interest. Coach Dan turns around and says, you know what, sir, I don't know who you are, and I apologize, but I'm going to apologize in advance because I was eavesdropping. I said, I don't know if I was eavesdropping or if your voice was carrying to this part where my ear could hear what you were saying, but it caught my attention, and I just wanted to apologize for eavesdropping and ask you, who are you and what do you do? Well, he gave me a fist pump. He said, I'm Rick. I said, I'm Dan. He said, join me for breakfast. That turned into 2.5-hour breakfast. He took me upstairs to the executive lounge, and come to find out, this Rick is a gentleman that is working with the son of the ruler of Dubai to put in the first casino in Dubai next year. He's also building the first casino in Las Vegas with a private jet plane. He's also on a gold mine in Ghana. And then when I Googled him, come to find out he's a Grammy Award-winning songwriter and producer for the likes of Alicia Keys, Stevie Wonder, et cetera, et cetera. What is my point? As a result of that conversation, we had 3 more meetings while I was in Dubai. But while there, I'm now working on the treatment because he has a partnership with Paramount Movies. He loves my life. He loves my story. We're going to work to pitch it to Paramount Movies, see what happens. Here's the deal, you guys. None of that would have took place if I didn't do 3 things. Number 1, I made a decision for whatever reason not to go and play. I said I'm going to stay behind. Now, this was not a conscious decision because I knew I was going to meet somebody. This was just a decision that I made. And I'm saying to you, some of you have to make a conscious decision. You have to make a conscious decision to sacrifice the pleasure of your play in order to get to where you're trying to go to. Sometimes it's not going to be both and. You're not going to be able to do both. Right? The second thing is, it goes back to the principle of what I've told you. It's not who you know, it's who you get to know. Some of us have gotten stuck on who we know. Some of us have gotten stuck on the fact that I've called everybody in my phone. I've called everybody I know. And as a result, I feel like that nobody's, I've exhausted all of my possibilities because I have exhausted my contact list. And what I'm saying to you is that you cannot exhaust your contact list. You have to always add to it. This is why the principle of it's not who you know, but it's who you get to know is so powerful. And it's so essential to your success. Because if you stop at who you know, then once you exhaust all of those individuals, then you will not be able to grow. So that's the second point. The third point is not being afraid to ask. I asked. I said to him, we were texting, and I said, hey, listen, before I leave, can we have one more meeting? I want to run some things by you. I want to hear your thoughts. Because one of the things he said to me in our first meeting was that, Dan, the energy and efforts that you put into doing $1 million, $2 million deals, you could take that same energy and efforts and do it for $15 million to $100 million deals. And of course, my question is, I want you to show me how to do it. Do you mind showing me how? And he said, absolutely. Let's do it. It's not who you know, it's who you get to know. And don't forget, as I told you guys before, to ask for help. Don't forget to ask for help. There's some of you that I've coached personally. You've asked for help. We helped. You're taking your business, different things to the next level. And I commend you for it. But if you're going to go to the next level, you can't go scared. And if you are scared, you got to do it scared. I hope this is making sense to you. I hope this is making sense to you. One more story as I stayed with this theme of going to the next level. My son Josiah, y'all know Prince Josiah. He's the basketball player. Well, he's now the football player. Last Saturday, Saturday before last, he played 90 minutes straight of football with 2-minute breather. He played on both sides of the ball. And then here's what he did. We left there, drove an hour, and he played 3 more basketball games. I talked to him while in Dubai. He said, Dad, I made MVP in the second football game he's ever played in his life. And then he said, I'm not satisfied. He said, I got to get better. I want to get better in football and I want to get better in basketball. And I said, so what are you going to do? He said, I got to work harder. Dad, can we get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and train before I go to school? Here is the deal, you guys. You can't go to another level if you don't want to work to get to another level. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? What comforts are you willing to let go in order to take your business and take your life to the next level? This is essential. This is the question. And unless you're willing to put in the dirty work, you'll never even be able to touch or identify what you're truly worth. Because going to another level, it starts with the confession. But what follows confession is work. And so this is what you're going to have to do in order to move to that next level. Now, the fortune is in the follow-up. So here's what I have to do. The part of our deal with the gentleman that I spoke to you about, he said, hey, listen, send me a rough treatment of your movie, of what would look like for this movie. And send it to me in a PowerPoint. And then he said, watch this. And he said, and then I'm going to tweak it and pitch it to Paramount. That was the deal. Now what I have to do is, I'm just getting back. He will have that by Friday. He will have that by Friday. I'll send a courtesy text, hey, it was great meeting with you. I'm grateful, blah, 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 blah. And then by Friday, he will have that what he requested. But all we did is put in atmosphere. This morning, I was talking to a colleague of mine and shared with her what it was that I was getting ready to do. I said, I'm going to have to Google and do some research on doing a treatment for a movie. And she said, I got that part. She said, I pitched a movie idea some time ago, so I know how to write a treatment. I could get it done by Friday. Are y'all seeing how this works? You have to put it in the atmosphere, and you have to begin to work it. Because at the point you begin to work it, you'll begin to see it work. Some of us don't get to where we're trying to go because, here it is, watch this, we don't put it out there. We keep it in. I told you the first step of making a dream come true is to wake up. You will never be able to see a dream become reality if you keep the dream in a place of inactivity, because dreams only happen while you sleep. Oh, y'all got to catch that. Y'all got to catch that. Dreams only occurs in your sleep. And when you are asleep, you are in a state of inactivity. So you got to wake up to activate a dream, turn it into a vision, and then put in the work to make it come to a reality. Listen, you guys, I need you to get this stuff. I need you to get it. Now, I don't know what it's going to cost me to do this deal. But whatever the cost is, here's the next piece. We can't be selfish with our limited resources and say that we want to go to another level. You've got to be willing to make the investment to your another level. Last story and I'm done. When I decided that I wanted to go to another level, and we need to thank Coach Roz this morning, because she's the one that set the tone for this. I was trying to get on at 8, and for whatever reason my signal kept failing. But she set the tone for this another level. When I was ready to take my business to the next level, my first project that I did that was over $250,000. I never done a project that large, and I never done it in the city. So what I did was I reached out to somebody, a couple of people, and I pitched the idea of them doing the project with me. And the reason I did that, because they had the experience and I wanted to learn. So here's what I did. I gave them 60% of the profit to do the project with me. And I wind up doing majority of the project on my own. But I still gave them the 60% because I did learn a lot. You got to be willing to invest, not only your time, but you got to be willing to invest your money in what you believe going to the next level looks like. And as you start making those decisions, as we get ready to close, number one, sacrifice the pleasure of your play for today so that you can live and play like you want to live for tomorrow. Number two, it's not who you know, is who you get to know. Every day, make a conscious decision to get to know somebody else. Number three, don't be afraid to ask for help. Number four, be willing to make to invest the time as well as the resources in order to get to where you want to go. And number five, even though you may be afraid, as I've said it to you before, I'll say it to you in this moment, be willing to do it scared. I'm telling you, if you don't do it for you, then it won't get done for you or all of the people that you are connected to. Listen, I'm done. I trust and pray that this moment that we've just shared and this moment that we have was a moment that was helpful and that is inspirational, but also it gives you contextual information to be able to take your life, take your business, and take your dreams to another level. Back to you, Coach.
Oh man, thank you, Coach Dan. Thank you so much for pouring into us, and you hadn't even landed good. Amazing. Today is Wellness Wednesday, everybody. We're going to the next level. We're going to follow the instructions. We've been in the huddle. We've gotten our play. We know what to do. Just get on the field and let's go. Wellness Wednesday, Dr. Rita, 8 p.m., only at 8 p.m. will we be having our presentation. So let's invite, and get people on there to hear all of the wealth of knowledge that she shares with us on every Wednesday night. All right. So, hey, go have a great Wakanda kind of day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.